Hello there. My name is Marie Amwakwa Boydu. I'm the founder of Ghana Diaspora Women. Today I want to have a chat with my African sisters. I'm sure many of us are aware of the circumstances that have taken place the world over in the last couple of weeks pertaining to the death of George Floyd and the global uproar that has happened, including all the protests, the looting, and everything else that has taken place in the United States of America and the world over pertaining to the Black Lives Matter movement. As a follow-on from that, I am aware that on the 7th of July 2020, there's going to be another type of movement called the Blackout Day. Now, what Blackout Day means is this. All it means is that on the 7th of July, Black people all over the world are being encouraged to promote Black-owned businesses. Now, as somebody who is a women's rights advocate, who advocates for everything to do with women, champions the causes of women, here is what I have noticed. For some years now, I have noticed many of our African sisters, or my African sisters, supporting businesses that are not particularly Black-owned. But here is how many minds are conditioned. Many of these multi-level marketing companies, some from the health industry, some from the beauty industry, from the hair industry, get many of us to believe that if we sign on to their businesses, if we sign on to their products, and go and find many people to believe in their idea and to purchase their products, we will make some money and we can become financially empowered. As far as I am concerned, that is a farce. How many Black women, how many African women, Afro-Caribbean women, really and truly have signed up to such businesses and have actually become millionaires? Not that I'm aware of. Many have been in such businesses for years. And the best that ever happens to them is that they begin to rise through the ranks, but never really get to the top of the pyramid, where the millionaires, the multimillionaires, and in some cases billionaires sit. Yet at the bottom of the pyramid is where the actual work happens. Here is what I want my African sisters to understand. So for example, those of you in the health industry, promoting all these tablets and so on that are supposed to be good for our health, how about you begin to put your heads together? Now, I'm not saying leave those businesses because you believe that it is earning you extra income. That's fair enough. You call it your business. You call it your baby. You're growing it. That's fair enough. But here is how I want you to begin to think. How about you begin to put your heads together and look onto the continent of Africa? We also have our own fruits. We have our own vegetables, which are packed with nutrients that are good, so good for human consumption, for the human body, for our health. Let's look at Ghana, for example. We have prekese. I don't know what the name of prekese is in English, but the benefits, the health benefits, which we all are aware of, are immense. Let's look at a fruit like kwewunsuswa. The health benefits are immense. I mean, name them. This is just Ghana. How about some of our sisters begin to put your heads together from Ghana, from Nigeria, from Ivory Coast? Put your heads together and start reaching out to African scientists and impressing upon their consciousness to listen to you, to partner with you, and begin to extract from some of our own fruits and vegetables the nutrients, turn them into tablets so that we can take them, just as you're encouraging us to take what other companies have made. How about that? Beauty industry. How about we begin to think, rather than promoting somebody else's beauty industry, trying to convince me to buy a makeup brand, to buy a lipstick, a lip gloss, face powder, foundation, hand cream, body wash from somebody else's idea. How about we begin to think about our own black soap, what we call alata semina in Ghana, and so many other products, even the key soap. How about we begin to think of ways we can improve on those to make them, to package them in such a way that they become internationally recognized? Now, in terms of black soap, I know it's doing very well all over the world, but we have other ingredients that we could turn into soap. We have charcoal. We never really thought of what we could do with charcoal. But once again, we now pop into our drugstores and we have to purchase items like toothpaste, which contain charcoal, because we didn't know what to do with it. What I'm trying to say to my African sisters is that we have abundance in Africa, abundance of everything, abundance of resources, from nature to mineral resources to everything. Blackout Day. Let's begin to think, how can we promote our own? So to all my sisters, African sisters in particular, who are able to spend so much energy making videos, promoting other businesses, other people's ideas, how about on the 7th of July, you challenge yourself to put that idea to the side for a couple of hours and pick up another sister's business, an African handbag business, an African beads business, anything to do with an African sister, a Caribbean sister. It could even be in the food industry, a restaurant. How about you spend time that day, just a couple of hours, rather than making a video for somebody else's idea, which ultimately makes a millionaire or a billionaire at the top? How about you promote your own? You pick up a sister's business, African beads, African necklaces, African handbags, African fashion wear, clothing, etc. How about you pick up something like that? Or if you're aware of a Ghanaian or an African restaurant somewhere around you, a Caribbean restaurant somewhere around you, how about you make a few minutes video promoting that business instead? Consider this idea and promote a black-owned business on the 7th of July, 2020. But I also want to challenge us even further. Can we begin to look beyond the 7th of July, 2020 and continue to push for the African women's economic empowerment? Let's have a think about that. Thank you and God bless.